I failed my first English test. I failed my first conversation. I failed my first presentation. But failure didn't stop me. Failure taught me. Failure made me stronger. And failure pushed me to succeed. Subscribe to JA Info Urdu for daily English confidence stories. Failure hurts. There's no other way to say it. When you try your best and still fail, it breaks something inside you. It makes you question yourself. It makes you wonder if you should even keep trying. I know this feeling well, because I failed many times. More times than I can count. My first big failure was an English speaking exam. I had prepared for weeks. I practiced every day. I memorized answers. I felt ready. But when I sat in front of the examiner, everything fell apart. She asked me a simple question. What do you do in your free time? And my mind went completely blank. Isterte hier. I opened my mouth, but no words came out. Just silence. She waited, panicked. Finally, I whispered something in broken English. She asked me to repeat. I tried again. It was worse. After 5 painful minutes, the exam ended. I knew I had failed. I walked out of that room feeling destroyed. I felt like crying. I felt like giving up. I thought, maybe English is not for me. Maybe I should stop trying. That night, I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. I almost quit. I was ready to accept defeat. Ready to tell myself that some people are just not meant to learn English. But then I remembered something my father once told me. He said, failure is not the end. Quitting is the end. As long as you keep trying, you haven't lost. Those words saved me. I decided not to quit. I decided to fail forward, to learn from my failure, to use it as fuel instead of letting it destroy me. So I analyzed my failure. What went wrong? Why did I freeze? What could I do differently? I realized several things. First, I had memorized answers instead of learning to speak naturally. When the question was slightly different from what I expected, I panicked. Second, I had practiced alone but never with another person. So real conversation felt strange and scary. Third, I was too focused on being perfect. I wanted to say everything correctly, and that pressure paralyzed me. Understanding these mistakes was painful, but it was also liberating, because now I knew what to fix. I created a new approach. Instead of memorizing, I practiced thinking in English. I asked myself random questions and answered spontaneously. What's your favorite food? Why? What did you do yesterday? What makes you happy? I didn't prepare perfect answers. I just spoke. Whatever came to mind. Even if it was messy. Even if it had mistakes. I spoke. I also found a language partner online. Someone to practice real conversations with. Someone who would ask me unexpected questions. Someone who would help me think on my feet. At first, these conversations were awkward. I made lots of mistakes. I paused frequently, but my partner was patient. And slowly, conversation became easier. 3 months later, I took the exam again. I was nervous, but this time it was different. When the examiner asked me questions, I didn't freeze. I didn't panic. I just spoke. Was my English perfect? No. Did I make mistakes? Yes. But I communicated. I expressed my ideas. I had a real conversation. And I passed. Not with the highest score, but I passed. That moment taught me something powerful. Failure is not permanent. Failure is just information. Tells you what needs improvement. It shows you where to focus. Pushes you to find better strategies. But here's the key. Failure only helps you if you don't quit. If you quit after failing, you learn nothing. But if you keep going, failure becomes your teacher. After that exam, I failed many more times. I failed in job interviews. I failed in presentations. I failed in conversations. But each failure taught me something. Each failure made me better. Now I see failure differently. I don't fear it anymore. I expect it, because I know that failure means I'm trying. I'm pushing my limits. I'm growing. Let me share the most important lessons I learned from failing. Lesson 1. Failure is feedback. When you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Don't ask, why am I so bad? The first question leads to growth. The second leads to depression. Lesson 2. Failure is temporary. Just because you failed today doesn't mean you'll fail tomorrow. You're not your failure. You're someone who is learning. Lesson 3. Everyone fails. Every successful English speaker failed many times. They just didn't quit. Their failures are hidden behind their success. Lesson 4. Failure builds resilience. Each time you fail and keep going, you become mentally stronger. You build the courage to try again. And courage is more valuable than talent. Lesson 5. Progress is hidden. Sometimes you fail, but you're actually improving. You just can't see it yet. Trust the process. Keep going. Here's my advice if you failed or are afraid of failing. Step 1. Accept the failure. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Don't make excuses. Just accept it. Yes, I failed, and that's okay. Step 2. Analyze it. What specifically went wrong? Be honest with yourself. Write it down. Step 3. Make a plan. Based on what went wrong, what will you do differently? Create specific actions. Step 4. Try again. Don't wait too long. The longer you wait after failing, the harder it becomes to try again. Get back up quickly. Step 5. Celebrate the attempt. Even if you failed, you tried. And trying is brave. Be proud of your courage. I want to tell you something important. You will fail. If you're learning English, failure is guaranteed. You will say wrong words. You will make grammar mistakes. You will have bad conversations. You will bomb presentations. But none of that matters if you don't quit. Because every person who speaks English fluently now has failed hundreds of times. The only difference between them and someone who doesn't speak English is that they kept going after failure. So if you failed today, good. You're in good company. Every successful person has been where you are. Feeling disappointed, feeling discouraged, feeling like quitting. But they didn't quit, and neither will you. Stand up, dust yourself off. Look at your failure as a lesson, not a verdict. And try again. Smarter, stronger, braver. Your failure today is preparing you for your success tomorrow. Trust that. Believe that. Live that. Subscribe to JA Info Urdu and learn to fail forward. Because winners are not people who never fail. Winners are people who never quit. And you are a winner.